Right now, somewhere beneath the ocean, there are places humans have never seen. We've mapped mountains on Mars, we've photographed distant galaxies, but Earth's deepest oceans still hide massive regions that remain unexplored. Now imagine this. Imagine that at this exact moment, something enormous is moving in the darkness. Not a shark. Not a whale. Something much larger. A creature so massive, that a fully grown blue whale would look small beside it. And here's the terrifying part. What if it already exists? Today we're diving into a question that sounds impossible. What if a sea creature bigger than a blue whale existed? But by the end of this video, you might realize something surprising. The ocean is far stranger than we think. Part 1, The King of the Ocean. Before we imagine a monster larger than a blue whale, we need to understand just how enormous a blue whale actually is. A blue whale can grow to around 30 meters long. That's nearly the length of 3 buses placed end to end. Its heart can weigh hundreds of kilograms. Some blood vessels are so large that a small child could crawl through them. And despite its size, it survives mostly by eating tiny creatures. Millions and millions of tiny krill. Nature created an animal so gigantic, by building it from tiny meals. But what if evolution kept going? What if something grew bigger? Part 2, The Impossible Giant, 8 to 1500 hours. Imagine scientists detecting something strange. Deep beneath the Pacific Ocean. Submarines begin recording unusual sounds. Low-frequency vibrations. Too powerful to be whales. Too organized to be earthquakes. Then satellites notice something else. Huge moving shadows beneath the surface. At first nobody believes it. Until one day, an underwater drone disappears. And the final image transmitted back to scientists shows something unbelievable. A giant eye. Looking directly into the camera. Part 3, The Creature That Should Not Exist. The first question scientists would ask is simple. How could something this large even survive? Because nature has rules. The larger an animal becomes, the more energy it needs. The more energy it needs, the more food it must find. A creature larger than a blue whale should need an unimaginable amount of food every day. Thousands. Maybe even millions of kilograms. So according to science, this creature shouldn't exist. But oceans have surprised scientists before. Ancient oceans once belonged to giants. The seas were ruled by massive predators. Creatures like Mosasaurus hunted through prehistoric waters. Gigantic predators such as Megalodon once moved through the oceans. And if Earth created giants before, could it happen again? Maybe this creature didn't survive by hunting large animals. Maybe it evolved differently. Maybe it slowly swims through deep oceans, opening an enormous mouth, filtering billions of tiny organisms from the water. Like a blue whale. But on a scale never seen before. Imagine a mouth large enough to swallow an entire submarine. Part 4, First Contact. 3 months later, an international research submarine begins exploring the Pacific Ocean. The mission seems normal. Cameras active. Pressure stable. Everything looks perfect. Until something appears on sonar. Crew member. Captain. I'm detecting movement. Captain. What kind of movement? Crew member. I don't know. It's huge. Captain. Whale. Crew member. No. Much larger. The submarine crew stares at the screen. Something is moving beneath them. Slowly. Very slowly. But the object keeps getting larger. And larger. And larger. Captain. That can't be right. Crew member. Distance estimate. 900 meters. Length estimate. Impossible. Captain. Say it. Crew member. Over 70 meters. Narrator. Everyone freezes. 70 meters. More than twice the size of some of the largest known animals. But then. The sonar signal disappears. Crew member. Sir. Captain. What happened? Crew member. It's gone. And then the submarine lights suddenly turn off. Part 5, something is watching. In total darkness. The crew waits. No movement. No sound. Nothing. Then. A loud metallic sound echoes. Thunk. Something touched the submarine. Thunk. Again. And again. Whatever is outside. Isn't attacking. It's investigating. The creature has never seen humans before. And the crew suddenly realizes something terrifying. They're not hunting it. It's studying them. To be continued. Part 6, The Eye in the Darkness. The crew remains completely still. No one speaks. No one even wants to breathe. Outside the submarine. Thousands of meters below the surface. There is only darkness. And then. A weak emergency light flickers on. The outside camera activates for just a second. Crew member. Camera feed coming back online. Captain. Put it on the main screen. Everyone stares. At first. They see nothing. Only dark water. Small particles floating in the ocean. But then someone notices something strange. Crew member. Wait. Zoom in. No. No, no, no. Move back. The particles weren't floating. They were moving. Because the entire camera view wasn't showing open ocean. It was showing skin. The submarine wasn't beside the creature. It was resting on it. Captain. Move us away. Now. The engines activate. The submarine begins pulling away. 10 meters. 20 meters. 50 meters. And slowly. The camera reveals something impossible. An eye. An enormous eye opens in the darkness. A giant circle staring directly at the submarine. And suddenly every person on board understands something terrifying. They never found the creature. The creature found them. Part 7, Panic on the Surface. Within hours. Emergency signals reach the surface. Governments receive the submarine data. Scientists begin analyzing every image. Every sound. Every movement. News spreads across the world. News reporter. Unconfirmed reports suggest scientists may have discovered an unknown deep-sea organism. Social media explodes. Some people call it fake. Others think it's an alien. Others believe ancient legends were true. But then. Satellites detect something. Thousands of kilometers away. A massive shape beneath the ocean surface. And it's moving. Not toward deeper water. Toward land. Narrator. If something larger than a blue whale really existed. The question would no longer be. Does it exist? The question would become. Why is it coming up? Part 8, The terrifying discovery begins. Scientists compare all the data. The movement patterns. The sounds. The body size. The heat signatures. And one scientist suddenly notices something strange. Scientist. Wait. This doesn't make sense. Another scientist. What is it? Scientist. The movement speed. It's too slow. Much too slow. Captain. What does that mean? Scientist. It means this thing isn't hunting. It's migrating. And if it's migrating, then somewhere there must be others. Part 9, The Signal from the Abyss. The room falls silent. No one says a word. Because everyone is thinking the same thing. If this creature is migrating, where is it going? And more importantly, what is it leaving behind? Scientists begin scanning the ocean floor. Thousands of underwater sensors. Military sonar systems. Deep-sea satellites. They search every corner of the ocean. Hours pass. Nothing. Then suddenly, a loud alert sound. Crew member. Signal detected. Captain. Location. Crew member. South Pacific. Scientist. Wait. That's impossible. Captain. What do you mean impossible? Scientist. The signal isn't coming from one location. It's coming from many. 5 signals. 8 signals. 12 signals. 20. Narrator. The room freezes. Because the terrifying truth suddenly becomes clear. They were never tracking a single creature. They were tracking an entire species. Final ending twist. Days later, deep underwater cameras are sent into a trench never explored before. The cameras descend slowly. 1,000 meters. 3,000 meters. 6,000 meters. Everything is dark. Nothing moves. And then, the lights reveal something. Not one creature. Not 2. Hundreds. Massive shadows stretching into the darkness. And at the center, something much larger. Far larger than anything detected before. Scientist. No. Pause. No way. Narrator. Because the creature humans discovered was only a baby. Screen fades to black. Text on screen. The ocean covers more than 70% of Earth. Humans have explored only a small fraction of it. So tell me, what do you think is still hiding below? Subscribe for the next adventure.